What up, guys? Over here at DNA Slithers and Critters. Man, it looks really bright. Looks like I got no eyebrows. That's kind of creepy. And I got a stain from a permanent marker on my face. But we're going with this video. Um, there's my co-pilot Blaze. We've been really busy over here at DNA. Haven't had a chance to actually do a video in the past couple days or week. I'm not sure. That's just because we've been doing flooring, staying busy with that. We got a couple cool animals coming. I'm very excited to show you those. They're really high end. I love those high end animals. The patterns are just so crazy. They're just crazy. But this video is about rats and rat health. There's a couple things you want to watch when you're breeding. The eyes get mucousy and the nose will get mucousy. That's usually a sign of them being sick. I can't remember what it's called, but their body produces that, and it's kind of like an antibiotic for them. It helps fight whatever's there. But they produce that, and when you see that, you don't want to. You want to start asking questions. You know, obviously, if it's got food, and a lot of times I've seen that when it doesn't got water. So dehydration is really severe or you'll see that severe when you got dehydration. Um, when that happens, you'll also, with dehydration, you will see a spiny ridge on their back where their spine is. They won't have much like fluff to them. It's just gonna kind of be all sunken in because they're losing a lot of water. They've peed out a lot. They haven't drank. And usually this can happen within, I would say, 24 hours, depending on how hot it is. Um, you want to, obviously, I've bottle fed them. You want to give them some Pedialyte or something at that point, just to get them hydrated and get the electrolytes. Being without water too long can, hurt them. They will start eating each other, I will say, also if they don't get water. So you want to get that situation taken care of. If you got water lines that are clogged, you can blow out the water lines. I'll be doing a video on that today as well. We got a ton of content coming out for you. But yeah, dehydration is a severe one. Another one, I don't know what its actual term is called, but we call it warthog teeth. It's basically where the teeth is on a rat. They'll keep growing throughout their life. I don't know if they grow super fast or the fact that the teeth are just, naturally they grow, I think, 3 to 4 inches a year. So they have to keep these teeth filed down. And if they don't, or if this happens, it literally curls their teeth into their mouth. You'll see sores and stuff from where the teeth have created little grooves in their face, or it actually goes into their brain through their skull inside their mouth and comes out and eventually kills them. You definitely, when you see that, you want to put them down. It's unfortunate. It does carry through genes, so you want to call that line and get rid of it. Selective breeding is important with that. Another issue with rats and what you want to look for is the fact that um, tumors are pretty prevalent in rats due to the fact that when they were um, in labs, they would genetically implant the tumors into the rats. They can happen literally a golf ball sized tumor within a week or less. You check the tub, you go back next week, and boom, there's a giant injury. Um, that's one thing you want to get rid of too. I feed those off to my snakes. They're fine. Same way with any of these animals that I'm discussing, unless it's decomposing and dead. Um, it's not going to hurt your snake or a reptile. I don't feed it to my customer's reptile because I don't want them to look at him like, paying top dollar for this. So that's our food. Waste none, want none. Another one that you're going to want to worry about is mites. Mites, I just got done recently battling. It can be a pain in the ass. I tell you what, once you get them, it's hard to get rid of them. Um, Thing is with that, you want quarantine. You want to make sure you're bringing animals in and quarantining them. Make sure they're not wild. Make sure you don't get wild animals inside your a place like rats, mice sneaking in because they want food that you got that they want. Um, that is huge. Mites suck. There's a couple ways to treat them. There's frontline. Um, frontline I think it's Frontline. It's Kitten Revolution. It's a flea and tick guard for small animals. You put one drop on the back of their neck, and it lasts for I think 2 weeks or two couple for a while. With these, some of these though, you have to be careful on the time frame from the time you put it on and the time frame that you sell it off. I haven't used that one, but that is one that was seen popular amongst fellow breeders. Another good one is ozone generators. Make sure you don't go cheap because they do break and they do malfunction and you can start a fire. I've probably gone through 15 ozone generators in the last 7 months just because they break, they come in broken, the plates stop working, the ion generator stuff actually creates conductivity, and that in turn will start a fire. I've seen it. I've seen arcing happen inside the device. So you can use those. Just make sure you get invested in a quality product. Um, Sorry, I'm getting thirsty talking all this. Uh, uh, Ivermectin. Ivermectin has been used by veterinarian clinics across the U.S. and probably the world as antibiotic treatment for dewormer and antiparasitic on reptiles. You can, in fact, use it with proper dosage. And still effectively feed it to your animals within 48 hours. What's nice about the ivermectin is the fact that if you're giving it to the animal in that nature, that actually in turn is going to that actually in turn is going to work as a dewormer for them. It's a low dosage. As an animal that's sick or an animal you're feeding these to, though, they're going to ingest any kind of medicine that's in an animal or on an animal. So you always want to throw caution in the wind when you use those. Again, I've never used that, but that is another method that people have used in the past. Um, Another one that is safe for both our animals and us to be around is Diatomaceous Earth. This, my friend, is the game changer for me. I love it. You literally spray your animals or powder them or put it into the bedding. If you spray them animals, and the reason I know these ratios because I actually use it, is a 1-2 ratio. 1 cup of DE for every 2 cups of diatomaceous, or 2 cups of water. Um, Now, with using DE, you want to make sure it's food grade, but I have yet to run across a product available at like Home Depot or the garden centers that isn't food grade because most people are going to be scattering around their gardens. If they say it's safe for your garden, it's safe for your it's food grade. So I like calcium bromate also. That's another good one. We use that in our bedding. It tends to be more clumpy, so we don't use it on our feeders or in our spray. Spray is great. You just mix it, spray the animal. I spray them, just douse them like they just went in a pool shower. They just got soaked. They'll clean it, lick it off. It also in turn and they ingest it, and it will also help clean them out. I noticed when I first started using it, my animals were really fat. Their bellies were just full. I don't know if I caught them right at the time that they were doing please. Um, right after they were done eating, but I literally felt their bellies and I was like, what is this lump? I surgical dislocated one, and I actually put it, I cut it open to see what was that lump, and that lump was actually a belly full of food. So I thought that was cool. So the mites, they're tough. You just got to hit them every uh, 7 to 9 days, and that's just due to the fact that they're gonna be have a 29-day life cycle. After around 14 days, they hit a maturity, and they will actually at that point. Um, Sorry, I just pulled up to a customer's house. They will at that point start they're reproducing and start dropping eggs. Now, when you kill them, they're going to drop their eggs too. They're not going to just oh, I killed them, now they're no, they die and lay their eggs at the same time with the last screw you. It's messed up, but it's a vicious cycle. You got to break that cycle. I recommend if you see any of those issues, just immediately start attacking them. There's a lot of other methods and stuff, and you can go on to our Facebook page and go around May 15th of 2019. That's when I started doing public announcements about what we were doing, what we were going through. There's stuff you can spray called Onslaught that will treat the floors, treat the walls, and the cage, and anything within 30 days will kill it. Onslaught, O-N slot, SLAUGHT. Sorry, I'm a terrible speller if you don't follow me on Facebook or Instagram. But those are some of the health concerns that you mainly want to be. There are mites that cover the ears, the tails. I will throw a link in the description below to a complete rat website that you can go into details. It shows pictures of different animals that are sick, other symptoms and stuff. Those are the ones that I've experienced, though. So I'm the most knowledgeable on those ones. I can't go into too detail. There's a ton of different rats. So anytime you get into an animal, you can expect a different issue with that animal. So you want to do research. I always say every time I'm interested in a specific animal or species, I always Google sicknesses for dogs or sicknesses for cats or fish or whatever. And you're going to see a big long list of different stuff that you never even thought that that animal could get sick, because your other animals don't have to worry about that. So throw caution to the wind when getting animals. It is a commitment. If you're doing pets, even as breeders, you still got to provide a healthy life to them. It's not fair to make them suffer in dirty bedding and stuff. So peace and love, guys. I got to get in and get this order out. Sorry I couldn't do more. I thought I had more time on the road. Be pushing out more videos. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're going to be doing a ton of more content. We got retics started to breed. Very excited about that. Anacondas coming up, as well as a ton of ball pythons. That's right. I'm getting about 20 ball pythons here soon. I'm going to do an unboxing video just so you guys can be there for the adventure. So, peace and love. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the ink mark on my face and the no eyebrows in the sun.